Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic. This time taking a look at the 1994 Mines R32.5 Skyline GTR. This car was requested by Zero, and this one could turn out to be pretty darn interesting. Of course, we've had R32s before. Hell, we had an R32 last week in the Nismo. This one though is different because this one is a Mines, and what that means is that while it doesn't come with a racing mod, it does come with a lot of power. Four-wheel drive, 677 horsepower, about the same in torque, 1,335 kilos of weight. Yeah, not actually sure what this one's going to do. I believe it's the most powerful of all of the R32 Skylines, which you'd think is good, but as we've proven before, power isn't everything, and it does weigh a fair bit because it does not have a racing modification. Anyways, to find out how the Mines does, it is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in an attempt to set the best time it possibly can. Currently, the Suzuki Scuderia Pipe Speed to 27.710. The R32 unlikely to beat that. As far as where this car can go, well, most R32s do hover around the under 30 club. Our fastest R32 ever was the Nismo R32, which set a time of a 29.7. Again, that was last week, so how this one does should be pretty darn interesting. I will say already it feels quick. Feels different to pretty much every other Skyline. Feels a little bit less prone to the rear end slipping out. Of course, I haven't really had much. Ooh. Apparently, once the rear end slips out, though, it's literally got no power. But yeah, seems to be a little bit more composed than a standard Skyline, which is, and there we go. Maybe not. Yeah. Still though, feels solid enough. And the Mines cars around this track, we've only had one, I believe, and that was the Evo 5. Now that wasn't quite as quick as an Evo 5 GSR. Still did pretty darn good though. I believe that one is somewhere around the 29.1 range, might even be a 29.087. I think that's the exact time, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, so these cars can be quick around here. Of course, like I said, they do. Ironically enough, they do suffer a little bit from a weight issue, which the real Mines cars, when you actually get them in game, they don't compared to the stock cars. But obviously, once you apply racing modification and full weight reduction and so on, that does reduce the weight. I don't know if this one has weight reduction available for it. I can't actually remember from when I customized it, but yeah. Here is a 30.8. Apparently, maybe not looking too good for the Mines. It is a little bit more focused. I say that though, it just maybe it doesn't have more grip than a standard R32, and it does seem to have a bit of a thing where once the rear end sort of comes out on this car, it locks it up, which sounds a bit strange. It feels like it doesn't really want to give any more. It's almost like it's got traction control. It doesn't. I've never put traction control in a car ever in Gran Turismo 2. It is available as an upgrade. It's a 50,000 credit upgrade, and I've never done it. Not even as a kid did I ever put traction control on a car, but it feels like it does, which is a shame because usually the all-wheel drive cars, one thing that they really benefit from is being able to sort of keep your foot in it even when they're going sideways. This one doesn't quite have to do that, and it feels a bit weird on weight transfer as well. Feels like that doesn't really particularly help the car out. 30.6. I hope you go quicker, Mines, but I'm really struggling to see if you will or not. Oh, God. Help me. Right, that's better, that's better. There we go, come on, keep your foot in it. There we go. Running towards the line, I don't think it's going to be that much quicker. 30.355 for the Mines. Yeah, maybe I was wrong about this car. I thought it did feel like it had a little bit more grip to it when I started, but yeah, as time went on, that proved to be not quite as true. Yeah, just a little bit too sort of rock hard for this track. If everything went to plan, it probably could have got under 30, but as it stands now, not quite. Let's go see where it places on our leaderboard though. Despite that slightly disappointing performance, it should still be pretty darn high. on to the leaderboard then, and the Mines R32.5 Skyline enters quite a cramped part of the leaderboard, going into 44th place with a 30.355, making it one of the quickest non-race mod cars we've had. Not quite in the under 30 club, but it almost got there, although it does make it the slowest of the R32s that we've had so far. Anyways, I want to thank you all very much for watching this edition of the Hot Lap Classic, and until next time, farewell.